Hello and welcome, abundance to all. We haven't had an abundance reading in a long time, so we're going to have an abundance reading today and for a very special reason. Let me jump into it. The abundance reading is sort of like the weekly wisdom, but it's based around abundance. And you may ask, what is abundance? Abundance is the plentifulness of all great things. So for some people, that could be money. For some people, that could be anything else. That can be love. That can be just making sure that you have enough. That is what abundance is. Only you know what is truly abundant to you. This is a very special day. First of all, it's a special day because I have to wish my little king happy birthday. He's turning the ripe old age of 1 year old today. Shout out to him. Happy birthday to him. And so let's get into why this abundance reading today. Okay, first of all, we know that today is Thursday. Thursday is Jupiter Day, and it just happens to be Thursday the 12th. 1 plus 2 is 3. The ruling planet of the number 3 is, guess what? Yes, you guessed it. It is Jupiter also. So that's the double up energy of Jupiter for today. And there's another special reason. Jupiter has been retrograde in Cancer, and now it is finally going direct. Effective yesterday. Jupiter is now direct. So if you have been feeling any restrictions, especially in terms of your abundance, then that may have been the cause. But now that Jupiter is direct, then things are going to change. Things are going to be able to expand. And I'm claiming that for all of you on today, on Jupiter Day, the 12th, Jupiter number, and while Jupiter is direct. So we're going to open up the doors for abundance. So if you're here, put on your abundance mindset. If you have anything that makes you feel abundance or makes you think about abundance, draw it into the area, bring it into the area. And I'm just going to let you know what I have here today. I have some incense, and this is by Shasta's Treasure, and this is money draw incense. So the reason that I'm burning this incense for you is so that you can also feel this abundance energy. Before we move forward, I need to make sure that we are in a space of abundance. So everyone who's watching this, everyone who's under the sound of my voice, I need you to put down in the comment section, I claim abundance. Okay, it's simple. 3 words. I claim abundance. And now, if everyone has put that in the chat, we can go ahead and move forward. So, I'm also going to have a reading. We're going to use Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And we're also going to use the numerology on the cards to help us get a little bit deeper into the reading, and we'll have an advice card. I will start with the universal reading, which means that the universal reading is for everyone. If you are here, if you are in this universe, then the universal reading is for you. And also, I'm going to read the birthday numbers, and those are the numbers from 1 to 9, 11, and 22. If you want to check your birthday number, you can go to the calculator at Kimbaley.com. Before we get deep into the reading, I want to let you know that this show is being brought to you by astronumerologist Lloyd Strayhorn. And if you want to impact the lives of others through using astronumerology, then you should check out the Astronumerology Practitioner Program. This program is not for everybody. This program is for those who are passionate about learning the science of astronumerology and using that science to benefit benefit the lives of others and to become a practitioner. And in this program, you will also learn how to set your business up using the principles of business astronumerology taught by none other than myself. So make sure that you apply if you're interested in this. So we're going to get started with this universal reading. Okay. The very first card that comes up, the subject of money is really two subjects. And this is, wow, the Master number 22 card. This is expansion right here. So what this is saying is it's time for you to expand your mindset around abundance. The subject of money is really two subjects. And those two subjects either you have it or you don't. And the important thing is, which subject are you choosing to study? Are you choosing to study the fact that you have it, whether you have it or not? Or are you studying on the fact that you don't have it? And what this card is saying is that whatever subject of money you are studying is what's going to expand in your life. Because remember, this is Jupiter day. So if you say that you have plenty of money, then that is going to show up in your life, whether you see it physically right now or not. Because remember, it begins as a thought. But if you feel like you are limited, you are expanding limitation in your life. So remember that when you walk throughout the day, when you go throughout this day, think abundance. Think in terms of abundance. And that's one of the things the abundance reading is for. This is to expand your mindset in terms of abundance. So I want you to raise your vibration right now, and I want you to think abundantly, because abundance is here for everybody if you choose to believe. And I say believe because Jupiter is the planet of belief. Whatever you believe in is going to expand. And we're going to move on to the next card. And this is a 2911. These master number cards are coming up today. It says, I do not need to have money to attract money. It's saying that whatever, don't limit yourself to your current situation, is what I'm hearing Jenny say right now. Do not limit yourself to your current situation. The energy I'm feeling is that somebody may feel stuck. Somebody may feel that things have slowed up or things have been draining your resources. But that was because of the fact that Jupiter was in retrograde. Now Jupiter is direct. And what this is saying is, don't look at your current situations, because your current situation is not what is the reality. Your reality is what you believe in, what you believe to be real, what you believe to be true. So it doesn't matter if you got 1 cent in your pocket, or if it doesn't matter if you have millions sitting in the bank. Always feel that you have exactly what you want, and you have everything that you need, because you do. Sometimes you got to take your time to think about things like that. As long as you're in the situation where you have all of your needs met at this moment, then that is a positive thing. That is a plus. All that matters is now, not the past or not the future, because the future hasn't happened yet. Where is your mindset in this moment? Regardless. And that's what the Jupiter retrograde was all about. When you're going through situations, how do you handle those situations? Do you keep it moving, pivot, or do you sit there in despair? This is saying that it's time to change your mindset. Okay? What you claim you don't have is what you won't have. And we're going to move on to the number 60 card. It says, the story I tell is the basis of my life. So this is meaning that perhaps you are telling people, and you have to be careful here because a lot of people do this when the children come to them and ask them for money, or if somebody else comes to them and asks them for money, and they'll say, they don't have any money or they're broke. Well, guess what you just did? You may have put that person off, but you've also put yourself off because you are claiming what you don't have. The more you focus on what you don't have, the more Jupiter is going to expand that. So it's time to change your story up a bit. And one of the things that you can do is find other ways to say that you're not able. You can say, not right now, or maybe later, or you can change up the story a little bit so that you won't be expanding what you do not want. And we're going to go to the final universal card. And this is the 58 card. It says, I can earn money by doing what I love to do. And this is the 13-4 card. This is saying, sometimes you got to rebel. Sometimes you got to think outside of the box. This is saying that when you follow what you love to do, when you follow your passion, then abundance will flow. Somebody wants to hear this, or somebody needs to hear this, because what I'm hearing is somebody may be feeling like there's something that they really, really want to do, but recently it isn't the way, it isn't showing up, or it isn't giving them what they think they need at this moment. And they're wondering if they should keep going or if they should give it up. But this right here is saying that whatever you love to do, what's going to happen is that it's automatically going to attract abundance to you. Think about it. If you're working on a job that you just don't like, and every day you leave that job stressed out and you know that you don't want to be there, you're going to expand that. But if you're doing something in your life, even if it isn't flowing the way that you want it to flow right now, but you're continuously in joy, because that's another thing that Jupiter is bringing to us, joy. If you're happy where you're at, then that is going to expand. That is going to expand the abundance in your life. And let's move into the advice card. This is the 36-9 card. This is saying clear the past. Wow. So the energy I'm feeling is that what this overall reading is really about, it's about changing your mindset around abundance. This is about changing your belief system when it comes to abundance, because there may be things that you have thought about over time or have been taught about over time. And not that anyone was trying to be harsh to you or set you up. It's just the environment that maybe you were in that gave you a mindset. And what I'm hearing is the poverty mindset, or a restricted mindset, a mindset in which you felt like that you could have no more than what you already saw. It's time for you to end that mindset right now. This is the day. This is the energy. It's time for you to expand your mindset. And that's what this universal reading is about. That's what the entire flow of the reading is about. It's about expanding your mindset. And you're going to expand your mindset through your belief, the power of belief, the power of joy, the power of happiness, the power of being able to share that joy and happiness with other people. And since we're talking about this topic, I want to let you know that you don't have to be blindsided by what's going on in your life. Right now is the perfect time for you to get the visibility and money timing report. Make sure that you check that out on Kimbaley.com and do it sooner than later. Do it while this energy of abundance is here. Do it within the next 3 days while the energy is strong for you. Now we're going to move on to the birthday numbers. If you are born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month, or if you fall under the signs of Leo, you have that number one energy. And here's another 11 card. And it says, my career is one of creating a joyful life experience. This is number one. This is for me, what I'm feeling is, if you are not happy in your career at this moment, then it's time for you to start considering other options. It's time for you to start considering that thing that you love to do. And what you're going to have to do is, where you're at right now is what's doing what it's doing in your life. So the thing about it is, at this moment, no matter how bad the situation or the circumstance may seem, you have to find a way to make the best out of the situation. What I'm hearing is, make lemonade. And this is interesting that this came up today, because that was my very first coaching business. Make lemonade was my tagline. So it's interesting that this information is coming today. And with this master number 11, it's saying it's time to elevate. It's time for you to be bigger than what you see around you. It's time for you to take a step forward if you're feeling that you're not in the space that you want to be. If things in your life is not the way you want to be, then it's time for you to change. That's as simple as that. What it is saying, this is what you do. If you're in a situation that you don't want to be in, let me give you my example. At the time when I wanted to passionately start my own business, but I was working on a job. And in that job, let's just say it was okay. It was getting bills paid, but it wasn't something that I really, really enjoyed. I was focused on being or having my own business. And so, what I began to do through the power of manifestation, I would every day set up my office as if it was my home office. And that's interesting, because with Jupiter being in the sign of Cancer, this is the perfect time for you to start a home business. That's what I'm hearing. If it resonates with you, put it down in the comments. Or if it's something that you are thinking about doing, this is your sign. So this right here means that no matter what the situation is like, make the best of it. Optimism, that's Jupiter. Joy, happiness, that's Jupiter. So in those situations, make believe that you are working for yourself, and that will make you feel a whole lot happier, and that will bring that manifestation into fruition for you. And this is also saying that if you are considering a business, if you are just working as an employee somewhere, that's fine. But make sure it's something that you love to do. And let's see what your advice card says. Laugh, be happy. This is saying, do what you have to do to get what you need until what you really want comes in. And the way that you're going to do it is you're going to laugh. And that's what Jupiter is telling you to do. This is a laughing matter. Moving on to the number 2, born on the 2nd, the 11th, the 20th, or the 29th of the month, you have that number 2 energy. Or if you come under the signs of Cancer, And you have a number 9 card, and it says, I can see my world through the eyes of Source. Mm. So, what this is saying is, it makes me go back to those days. Do you remember it was this phrase, everybody used to wear wristbands and everything, and the phrase would be, what would Jesus do? Mm. So let's switch that around a little bit, you know, to make it apply to everybody. What would Source do? You know, and there was even a song out, and the song was, If God Was One of Us. And so what we have to look at is we have the spark of the creator within us. We are all an expression of the creator. But when you think about that, how is the creator within you expressing yourself in reality? Hmm. Are you walking around feeling like you're abundant? Are you walking around feeling like abundance is your birthright? This is saying somebody really has to expand their mindset on today, because what this is saying is, mm, if you say that you're an expression of the creator, however, you're constantly talking about what you don't have, what do you think that is going to do to other people? This 9 card means that this is it. This is the end. It's time for a new beginning. It's time for a new way of thinking. It's time for a new way of expressing yourself. And this goes right back to the creator. And this is the 31-4 card, pray. And we're going to talk about stepping outside of the box in regards to prayer. You know, I grew up, and I'm sure a lot of people did too, thinking that prayer was, well, not thinking, but using prayer as a way to beg the source, to beg the creator for what you want. But that's not truly what prayer is meant for. Prayer is meant for you to go in and communicate with the source within you, your appreciation, your gratitude, your positivity, even though circumstances are not what you really want them to be. Switch up. When you go in to pray, you are thanking the source within for everything, because everything has a purpose, whether you can see it or not. I don't know if somebody needs to hear this, but if you feel like you needed to hear this, please drop it down in the comment section. Okay. And we're moving on to the number 3. Oh, this is your day number 3. This is your day. Happy birthday to you. Happy Jupiter Day. So that is if you're born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month, or if you come under those signs of Sagittarius and Pisces. And there's a triple up energy of that 3, because we are in Pisces season. Somebody get money. Somebody is abundant today, or it's coming. And you get the 35-8 card. And thank you, Jeannie, for straightening me out. Jeannie says money isn't everything, but a lot of people will tell you that money isn't important. And the reason why a lot of times they tell you that money isn't important is because that's something that was programmed within you. No, money isn't the most important thing in the world, but what you have to realize is money is a resource that we need to move throughout this space. This is saying that if you feel guilty about wanting more, then you're wrong. Mm-mm. You're wrong. We're here to live an abundant life. We're here to be prosperous. And you thinking that doing that, wanting money, makes you a bad person is limiting you. Because whatever you think and believe is what's going to happen. Jupiter is going to expand that. And I know we talk about the positive of the expansion of Jupiter all the time, but let's just take a moment to think about the negativity of it, how Jupiter can show up in other ways. See, if you have this mindset that perhaps um, you're feeling guilty because you want money, Jupiter can expand money being taken away or things coming in to take your resources. It can expand money leaving as well as money coming in. It can expel abundance leaving as well as abundance coming in. And so this is saying that no, money isn't the most important thing in the world, but so far we've been having to have it in order to do the things that we need to do to survive on this planet. This is the 43-7 card. It's saying take your time. It's saying, yes, we know that you have a lot of beliefs within you, and you may not even be sure what to believe in anymore. But this is saying, start a little at a time. Try. Money isn't everything, but I'm grateful to have what I have in this moment. But it is necessary. And work on that a little bit at a time. And then when you grow comfortable, because see what people don't understand, abundance is an energy. Money is an energy. That means that if you already have that energy within you, you're going to attract more of that energy. But that energy comes from your mindset, what you're thinking. Okay. Moving on to the number 4, born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month, or come under the signs of Aquarius or Leo, you have that number 4 energy and you have the 25-7 cards. 7 is friendly with you. And it says, I can always tell a different financial abundant story. This right here is another thing. This is the whole point. Mm. What I'm feeling is there are some people looking at things that are happening in the world around us, things that are happening in our society, things that are happening in our economy. And has allowed these things to restrict your mindset. That's what I'm feeling. And a lot of this comes from probably being in that retrograde, Jupiter being in that retrograde period. So this is saying that it's time to expand your mindset. You're going to have to start telling a different story because this is important because this is what we're hearing in our media. Sometimes, what I'm hearing, number 4, is you're going to have to set yourself apart. Set yourself apart. 25-7. This means you have to withdraw from the media. If you've been caught up in watching what's on news, if you've been caught up in watching what's on social media that's telling you how our economy is going down, it's time for you to expand your mindset. It's time for you to step outside of the box. It's time for you to rebel against what you're hearing. Because just because you hear that doesn't mean that it's for everyone, doesn't mean it's for you. What's for you is for you. And I don't care what the circumstances are around you. If it's your time to expand, you will expand. But this is something that you need to know. I'm hearing the more you know, the more you grow. number 4. So the more abundant you feel, the more that you know that abundance is possible for you, the more it's going to expand in your life. But you're going to have to expand your mindset. You're going to have to shut yourself off from the rest of the world and the stories that you're hearing. And I've always heard, believe none of what you hear, but only some of what you see. So a lot of times these stories are being spent in a way that make you think that the worst is happening. But when you believe that, that is what's going to happen. Number 4, cut off the media. And listen to your heart. This is the 44-8. So this right here is a fortunate card for you. And this card right here is significant. It's saying listen to what your inner man is telling you or your inner woman, regardless of what you hear. What is your heart saying? If you feel abundant, I don't care what the economy is like, then you are going to be abundant. But you have to really, truly feel it, and you have to believe it in your heart, and you're going to have to listen to your heart. And because that card was a 25-7, it's saying follow your intuition right now, because it's saying that your abundance is here, but you're not following your intuition. On to you, number 5. If you're born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of the month, or come under the signs of Gemini or Virgo, you have that number 5 energy, and you also have the 16-7 card. My attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. You're creating your reality and you don't even know it, number 5. Yeah. You're creating your reality and you don't even know it. You're looking around at everybody else or everything else and trying to find something maybe to blame on why things aren't flowing to you the way that you want them to. This is saying that you are what's attracting these things. And the reason why you're attracting these things is because you need to expand your mindset. And if you feel like that that's not you, no worries. This means that if you're already where you think you need to be in terms of your mindset and abundance, it's saying stay on that course. But what I'm feeling is dig deep. Mm. Dig deep, you'll find it is there. That's what Genie is telling me. Dig deep, you'll find it is there. What are you paying attention to? Because your intention is what you put your attention on. See, a lot of people think that when you have an intention, what matters is when you speak that intention into existence. Yeah, speaking things into existence is a part of it, but subconsciously, you could be creating intentions because you don't realize that what you focus your attention on becomes your intention, whether you want it to or not. Okay? So it's not always about what you say or what you think you believe. It's about what your focus is on. Hmm. You could be focused on somebody else. Why are they living an abundant life? And so that's going to expand because we know this is Jupiter season. It's going to expand. Let me go on to it's time to take it back to the basics. You're focusing on too much. This is the distraction. You're focusing on too much. You're trying to keep up with everything and everyone. And it's saying that you really need to take it back to self. You really need to put the focus and the attention on self. And this is a number 4 card. Self is foundation. Think about that. So take care of self first. Pay attention to self first. And whatever within you that you're paying attention to is going to expand. So focus on abundance for yourself and don't worry about everybody else. And we're going to move on to the number 6. That is, if you're born on the 6th, the 15th, the 24th of the month, or if you come under the signs of Taurus and Libra, then you have that number 6 energy. And you have the 30 card, which is the Jupiter number. It comes not by magic, but by universal law. It's saying, really, it may look like magic. So this energy that I'm feeling is that things are about to get really big for you, number 6. And it may be some things that are happening that you don't quite understand. But what this is saying is that no, it's not magic. You're just expanding what your focus is on. This situation happened to me a few days ago, and it was about a situation that I was focused on, and the situation kind of took up a little bit of my time, and so it didn't go quite the way that I wanted it to. It's Mercury retrograde, so things were a little bit different than what I was hoping for or expecting for. And I just went on about my day, and I'm like, okay, everything's going to work out. Everything is going to work itself out. And it went on for about a week. And in fact, as soon as Jupiter began to go direct, everything just happened. And the person contacted me, and it was just like nothing had even happened at all. Everything just started working out the way that I planned for it to work out. And I kept thinking to myself, oh my goodness, this feels like a miracle. But it wasn't magic. It was the way that I put my focus on that thing. It is the way that even though when it seemed like things didn't work out, I was still optimistic. I just did what I had to do. That's an expansion in mindset. And that is what this is saying. The things that are about to happen to you, number 6, it's not woo-woo. It's not magic. It's not a mistake. You are attracting what you put out. You are attracting what you have given the world. Perhaps it's your service. Perhaps it's your teaching. Perhaps it's the love that you've shared with others. But you are attracting that, number 6. And this is saying make a note of it. And this is a 34/7 card. It says if you really want to know what happened, then perhaps you can dig deep within yourself and find out what it really is. And sometimes you do things and you don't even realize that you're doing those things for people. Saying, keep a note of it. Not saying that you're expecting a return, but when something like this happens and you want to know what you did to deserve all of this, you have a note of it. You're keeping up with it. And it's also saying, make a note of how this abundance is coming to you. So it means that if this is abundance is coming to you and it is a direct result of what you have done for others, that's why it's coming back. And this is saying once you get the blueprint, once you have the blueprint, you continue to do it over and over again. Number 7. That is, if you're born on the 7th, the 16th, the 25th of the month, or come under the signs of Pisces and Cancer. You are a number 7. And you have the master number 11 card, which is significant for you because that is your interchangeable number. And it says, the better my story gets, the better my life gets. Wow. This is interesting. This is saying that perhaps for you, it's just things that are going on in your life that may be bothering you at this time. What I'm feeling is energy of worry, number 7. This is your thing. You tend to worry at times. And what this is saying is that when you are worried about something, you are expanding that thing that you're worried about. Think about that. Number 7, you are, or you have, or are governed by the number of law of attraction. So that means that whatever is on your mind, you are expanding that, and that thing is becoming reality. So what this is saying is, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you're going through in this moment, no matter what you can perceive in the future, right now what you need to do is you need to write a new story if your story is not in alignment with what you want it to be. Mm. And it's saying, I'm hearing elevation for you, number 7. You're getting ready to go up to another level. So it's time to change your story. And the energy that I'm feeling is, I'm seeing a resume. It's saying, like, a person is applying for a new job. They've been on the job for a long time and they're applying for this new job, and they have to change up your resume. The energy I'm feeling for you, number 7, is that an elevation is coming for you. It's time for you to switch up your resume. So those things that you've been doing undercover, those gifts and talents that you have that you perhaps have been hiding from other people, it's time to put those things to the forefront. It's time to put those things on your resume. Wow. And you got the 21-3. You know the 21-3 is the Jupiter card, and this Jupiter card is saying expect the best. And there is a magnet here, right? And what this is saying is that when you begin to have a positive mindset, when you expand your mindset to positivity, when you can walk around in joy and happiness, the best is about to come to you. This is the elevation, and I feel the energy that this is coming to you soon. Gifts from the universe, because I see this gift right here. The gifts are coming in from the universe. You're magnetizing these gifts. And the way that you're magnetizing these gifts is through your positivity and your optimism. Because what you're doing is, when you begin to focus on the positive, you're going to expand those things that are positive. See, worry also manifests, because when you are worrying, you're using your imagination and you're drawing those things in that you are worried about. But when you shift to positive mode, then those positive things that you're imagining are going to expand as well. So we can go either way. So what it is saying is, magnetize what you want to see happen. And the way that you're going to do that is mentally. Okay. And moving on to the number 8. If you're born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 26th of the month, or if you come under the sign of Capricorn, you are a number 8, and you have the number 8 card. This is the 44-8 card. This is a powerful number. It says, I can make a career of living happily ever after. This right here, somebody is about to change. They're going to have a shift in circumstances, is what I'm hearing. Wow. What you've been doing, it's been steady. It's been traditional. It's been the thing that you've been sticking to for the amount of time that you have been, for the longest amount of time. That's the energy that I'm feeling. But however, now you're being shifted into a new direction. This is number 44 card. This is 2 fours, the energy of 2 fours. So this means that there's going to be a change. There's going to be a shift. This is saying, do not be afraid. Step into the moment. That's what I'm hearing for you. Step into the moment. And this could be around your career, or whether it's a new business that you may feel that people don't understand, or maybe something totally different from what you have been doing for so long. And if you feel that, if this is your situation, drop that down in the comment section to give me a little bit of confirmation on this. But what this is saying is, it's time for you to shift it up a little bit. The thought is already on your mind, but now is the time to expand that thing. Okay. It's saying that, wow, just because it has always worked doesn't necessarily mean that it's meant for you. You feel me? Because if you're persistent in anything, it can work. But That thing that you've been persistent in so long, is it making you happy? Is it what you love to do? And if it is not, it means it's time for you to try that thing that you really love to do and put that amount of persistence into that thing that you really love to do, that you put into that thing that you have just been tolerating, is the word that I'm hearing. Tolerating is the word that I'm hearing. Don't be afraid to step outside of the box. Number 8. And this is the 25-7 card. And it's saying it's not personal. It's not personal. Personal. Perhaps someone, maybe a mentor or someone that may be a teacher or some people that you really trusted in your life have been telling you that something that you've been doing is the best thing for you. But deep down inside, you know that it's not what you love to do, and you know that it's not what you want to do. And so you may be feeling a little guilt behind letting that person down or disappointing that person. But this card is saying, don't take it personal. You got to do what's best for you. And we're moving on to the number 9. Born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, or come under the signs of Aries or Scorpio, you have that number 9 energy. And I can create both money and the time to enjoy it. And this is also the 3 card. And the energy I'm feeling is that perhaps you've been thinking that if you slow down long enough to take a break, or if you slow down long enough to enjoy life, then you're going to kind of take yourself back a little bit, or you're not going to be able to grow the way that you want to grow, or things may not be as abundant for you. But this is saying you don't have to take a choice. You don't have to choose between you spending time being happy or you creating abundance in your life. You don't have to make the choice. It's all encompassing. And if you're doing what you love to do, it's all going to flow with you for you at the same time. So what this is really saying right here is, don't neglect your rest. Don't neglect your happiness. What I'm hearing is you need to live a little. If you need to live a little, let me know. This is saying you need to live a little. You've been watching everybody else going out on vacation and doing things that they love to do, but you've always felt like you can't either afford to do it or you don't have the time. This energy is saying, yes, you do. Expand your mindset, number 9. And the advice card for you is sound check. And this is the number 12 card. This is also the 3 energy. Something big is going to come to you, number 9. And despite your opinion, it's going to happen when you are enjoying life, when you are being happy, when you're not burned out. You're going to enjoy life and things are going to expand when you realize that you don't have to burn yourself out to do that. I'm feeling that you're already hearing this within yourself. Listen to your intuition. You may already have people that love you and care about you that are telling you this. Listen, listen, because expansion is coming from you. Expansion is going to happen for you. But the key thing that you need to do is know that it's going to come in an unexpected way. When you learn how to release, that's the energy that I'm feeling for you now. When you learn how to release and let go, that's when the expansion is going to happen. It's just like that person that has like a closet full of clothes, or they have more than enough, but they're expecting more. Well, sometimes you have to release in order to attract that what you want. And so the energy I'm feeling is maybe perhaps you felt like you have to work hard for money. That's changing up for you, number 9. What this is saying is that when you're happy, when you're relaxed, and when you're having your best life, that's when the abundance is going to come in. That is when the expansion is going to happen. And now we're going to move on to the master number 11. Born on the 11th or the 29th of the month, or come under the signs of Leo or Aquarius, you have that master number 11 energy. And this is the 15-6 card. And it says, I can give my attention to the positive aspects. And it's going back to love. I'm hearing maybe it's time for you to take on hobbies or do things that you love to do, because love is a powerful manifester, especially when it relates to Jupiter. And so when we look at this right here, I'm going to go a little deep for you, okay? I hope you feel me with this. Stay with me. This is the 15-6 card, which represents Venus. This is Jupiter day. This is a Jupiter reading. We already see it all over. It's Jupiter reading. This is a Jupiter-Venus conjunction. When you have Jupiter and the planet Venus together, that's an expansion of money, love. That is an expansion of beauty. Wow. Service. That's what's going to bring this about to you. This right here is saying that I'm hearing magnetize. Something is being drawn to you. And the way that you're going to have to receive this is you're going to have to place your attention on the positive things. Because I remember I said with all of these planets, they have this side that may seem beneficial to you, and then they have the other aspects that may not be so beneficial to you. But you're the one that determines the flow of energy. So if you're moving in the positive direction, this Jupiter-Venus conjunction for you means that great things are going to happen. But if you're focusing your attention on the negativity, Jupiter can be expanding more of that on a larger level. And let's see what your advice card is. Be grateful for what you already have. And this is the number 7 card. This goes back to that energy where we talked about prayer. This is every day and every night. The mornings, the time in the morning when you get up, and the time right before you go to bed, you need to be in prayer, and not the conventional way of praying that I talked about earlier, but going within with gratitude. Expansion is happening, but you have to be grateful before you can even see it. One of the people that I met before said to me, some people say they can't believe it until they see it. I say you have to see it first. You have to be grateful before you can even see the physical results. And last but not least, master number 22 if you're born on the 22nd of the month, or if you come under Aquarius and Leo. You have that master number 22 energy. And let's see what Jupiter is saying to you today. You have the 14-5 card. And it's saying, life is always working out for you. Things are going to be great. This is saying that everything is working out in your favor, master number 22. No matter what you can see, because you see the eye here, no matter what you can see, no matter what you can feel, just know that everything is always working out in your favor. That's one of the things that you need to consistently keep on your mind. Things are working out for your good or for the best of you. And exercise your vibes. And this is the master number 11 card. Exercise your vibes. This means keep your vibration high. Master number 22. Expansion is coming for you too. So keep your vibration high so that you don't miss any windows of opportunities. Okay? And speaking of missing any windows of opportunity, make sure that you check out the visibility and money report within the next 3 days. Let's talk about this reading. Things are changing for everyone. And some people may see it, some people may not, some people may experience it, some people may not. Here's what makes the difference. Are you expanding your mindset? What are your thoughts about money? Dig deep about abundance. What are your thoughts about abundance? Because remember, abundance comes in all forms. It can be love. It can be money. It can be good friendships. Abundance comes in all forms. What is it that you are expanding on this Jupiter day during this Jupiter season of Pisces and on this Jupiter date? I'm claiming abundance for you, and you. Abundance is here. It's not on its way. It's already here, whether you can see it or not. Now let's pull an affirmation card. And I'm going to Notes from the Universe on Abundance by Mike Dooley. And this is the deck that I usually use for affirmation when I do our abundance reading. Okay, let's see what you have for us, Mike. This is what the card looks like on the back, and this is what it looks like on the front. Wow. I'm feeling, before I even read this card, I'm feeling visualize yourself on the beach. Visualize yourself on a tropical island, and there is no one there but you. Visualize having everything that you want in this moment. Hear the waves crashing on the shore. Feel the sun on your skin. Feel the cool breeze that's coming through. And smell the ocean, the salt. And listen to the birds chirping as I'm reading to you this affirmation. You want what you want because you know it's possible. If it wasn't, you wouldn't want it. This is powerful. Embrace it for whatever else you believe or don't believe, this belief alone can take you the distance. And what you want wants you, the universe. So continue to lie there on the beach and just daydream about the things that you want. These things want you. They're just waiting for you to be willing and able to receive it. That's your abundance message for today. Thanks for watching.